RuneScape is heading to mobile, Neowiz is reworking Bless Online, all that and more. I'm Zach Sharps, and this is Free to Play Weekly. First up in the news this week, Motiga's free-to-play team-based shooter Gigantic has officially launched. As a result, the game is now available for download on the PC via Steam, Arc, in the Windows 10 store, as well as on the Xbox One. To complement the game's launch, Motiga has released the game's 19th hero, a blade-wielding heavy hitter by the name of Ramsey. Since the game is launching on various platforms, each one will offer different exclusive skins. Played Gigantic in the past and had a great bit of fun with it. Glad they could unleash the game on a proper platform instead of the joke that the Windows Store is. After what seemed like forever, Trendy Entertainment has finally moved Dungeon Defenders 2 out of early access. In the coming days, the game will launch on the Xbox One and PS4 as well, along with patch 1.0.3. This patch features increased loot drops in all Chaos difficulties, especially Chaos 4 through 7, along with the chance for the occasional super drop. To compensate longtime players, Trendy will hand out a bunch of loot for a limited time, such as 4,000 Defender medals and a bunch of cosmetics. 4 more maps for Chaos 7 Trials will also be added, along with usual optimization and bug fixes. Do you enjoy Dungeon Defenders 2? Leave me a comment down below. Grinding Gear Games is at it again with their free-to-play action RPG Path of Exile. We've known about their huge Fall of Ariath expansion for a while, but what we didn't know is when it would actually release. Now we do, and you'll get your hands on all the acts on August the 4th, featuring 6 new acts, the new Pantheon system that provides further depth to the game's skills, items, and improvements. This update is what Grinding Gear Games is calling their biggest content expansion ever. As a result of a new expansion arriving, you can of course throw Grinding Gear Games some cash through the X-Pack supporter packs. Those of course are just optional though, because Path of Exile has one of the best free-to-play models ever, but it still is certainly worthwhile if you have extra cash to throw around. Triple G just keeps setting the bar higher for the free-to-play space. RuneScape launched 6 years before the iPhone and 7 years before the first Android device, but that hasn't stopped Jagex from finally releasing the long-running and very popular MMORPG onto mobile platforms. In fact, RuneScape will be coming to mobile devices this winter and will even include old-school RuneScape. These versions of the game will be fully compatible with the browser versions and act as a mechanism to allow players to keep progressing their characters on the go. I'm honestly surprised it took them this long, especially since I advocated for a mobile RuneScape when I visited Jagex last February in London. That said, this move brings up a greater question, so it's time for the question of the week. Last week on the show, I asked if you guys thought Riot Games will win their lawsuit in China. A user by the name of Zybus stated the following: I think Riot will win. The only reason I think they will win is because their biggest investor is none other than Tencent, who basically owns all of gaming in China, and they will definitely want the other game closed to protect their investments. Thanks for your guys' responses, and as always, if you wish for your comment to be possibly featured on next week's show, make sure to leave a comment down below. This week's question is, do you like the idea of mobile MMOs? Why or why not? Last up in the news this week, remember when Square Enix basically admitted that Final Fantasy XIV was garbage, completely reworked it, and made it a massive success with A Realm Reborn? Well, it seems like Neowiz is taking the same approach with their MMORPG Bless Online. The rebuild project will change some of the game's fundamentals by potentially scrapping the current game structure, adding new content, and by looking at everything from combat to crafting, mounts, the UI, and much more. On July 25th, we'll get more news about this rebuild, so make sure to keep it locked on MMOBomb.com. Speaking of keeping it locked on MMOBomb.com, be sure to also keep it locked on our giveaways page. Yes, check out the page, bookmark the page, and check it daily to ensure you never miss one. As for myself, signing out till next week's show, my name is Zach Sharps, and I'll catch you guys next time.